Hey everyone, it's Tim with Collect Jurassic, and I'm back with another collecting news video update. Today we're going to be talking about Amber Collection, some of the new photos that you can find over on collectjurassic.com, as well as on Jurassic Outpost, who helped us break this story. But yeah, let's dive right into the Amber Collection, some of the new photos and new figure that was revealed today on our site. So the first thing that I really want to talk about is the packaging itself, which we haven't seen yet. We're finally getting a look at it here. This is the Velociraptor, part of the first wave coming out, and the toy looked great in all the photos we saw before. But if you're a collector of toys, you obviously have learned to appreciate the packaging. So definitely a lot to appreciate here. I really like the kind of cracked lava with amber showing through motif. It looks really, really nice here, and it looks like a high-end collector package. It has this cool sort of faceted look. It's not just a box, it's angled with the Jurassic logo. We have the Amber Collection printed on top and kind of a small type. Just feels really high end, which I think is what you want in a collector series based figure like this. Another thing that's worth noticing is that it says Jurassic Park underneath the figure name. So the actual collection isn't called anything but the Amber Collection. So Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, and whatever other movies they choose to make figures from will kind of be sublines in the character name on the packaging. So nice touch there. Also, I want to notice the 14 and up on here, so not your usual toy. Definitely, again, aimed at collectors. I thought that was worth pointing out, though, because, 14 and up's pretty high. I know some other collector figures have a lower age range, but again, this is a preliminary photo, so that might not even be final, but definitely wanted to point that one out. But overall, packaging just looks really cool, and of course the figure looks great too. So cool to see the raptor in the packaging. And of course we also have Ian Malcolm, the other figure, coming out in the first wave in packaging as well. So you can see a different configuration here, more of like a tall package versus a wide package that lets you see the figure in all of his glory, all of his wondrous Malcolm glory, as well as the pack and accessories too. You can kind of see pretty clearly next to the figure, which we can get into. But just kind of a different take on the Amber Collection packaging here on display. But getting back to those accessories, it looks like we get two alternate hands as opposed to the hands he's actually holding or on the figure itself. These hands you can attach on, and it looks like he can hold a flare, which we've seen in photos already of him holding a flare. But also we have the cup, the infamous cup from Jurassic Park with the water rippling as the T-Rex approaches. This was actually mentioned in the description of the figure that surfaced a while ago, but now we're actually seeing what the cup looks like. I was also able to dig up another photo of Malcolm holding the cup as a press photo of the figure out of the package. So nice accessory here. Really clever stuff. I don't even think we've ever gotten a toy of the cup of water, so kind of cool to see it recognized here, even though Ian Malcolm wasn't the one who saw the water, but we'll allow it. Next figure I want to talk about is another one that we've seen before, but is not part of the first wave, and that would be Velociraptor Blue. We saw that at Comic-Con, so this is just an official photo of it. These nice press photos they take. It doesn't look too much different from what we saw at the Toy Fair to me, but you can definitely get a sense of some of the paint detail a little bit nicer in these photos. Some of that subtle striping it has on its main body. We also have a preliminary shot here of the raptor in the packaging. Kind of looks like a mock-up here, so this might not be final, but you can get an idea of what Blue is going to look like in the packaging. You can also see that they do have Jurassic World at the bottom there underneath the Velociraptor Blue. I was discussing earlier how the collection is called Amber Collection, so they're going to be defining the movies themselves in the product names, which is cool. Kind of opens the door for whatever they want to do. Next figure we'll take a look at is Owen Grady. Again, another figure that we saw at Toy Fair, but again, we have these official photos that we can look at now. And the first thing that I noticed about this figure that I really like is the articulation is working really well. They're able to pose kind of the iconic Owen, raptor pose where he's holding back the raptors, and it actually works really well. His open hand and everything. So that looks really nice. And the figure itself looks great too. It's got all the details that we were expecting from these high-end figures, as well as all the articulation we have. You can even see the chest articulation here. But a pretty impressive looking figure. I really liked what I saw from the Toy Fair, so I hope I hope the detail comes through when the actual figure comes out. And then for the packaging for this one, we have what's definitely very much a mock-up here. Almost looks like it's built out of paper. So take this one with a grain of salt, but you can tell that the packing accessories in this little mock-up are 2 alternate hands, as well as a knife, Owen's knife, as well as the stand. So yeah, it looks like he's got a hand maybe to hold the knife, and then a hand to kind of extend to keep raptors at bay. Speaking of raptors, we have a new figure that is that's debuted here. This would be Velociraptor Charlie, I believe it is. I'll have to go back and check. We'll know in a second when we get a look at the photo of the packaging. But yeah, this looks great. It's obviously just a repaint of the Velociraptor Blue and Jurassic Park Velociraptor, but the coloration looks awesome. And then you also get this cool camera harness from Jurassic World, the movie. So I really like that. Kind of a cool way to repaint a figure but make it feel special by including that harness. It's slight, but I'll give them credit where credit is due. And the paint application obviously is just a repaint, but it also looks really nice. It kind of gets me excited for, maybe if they're going to do a repaint of Lost World, Raptor would be so cool. Even with this base mold, I think they could paint it up, paint the eyes up, and really make something really cool. But I guess they got to explore the Raptor pack first before they dive into that. So it does look like I was right. It is Velociraptor Charlie. This is the mock-up packaging again. The coloration in the mock-up, the mock-up of the packaging is a lot different, but it also looks very hand-painted. So, a lot of these photos that we're showing are pretty early on, in the production process. So things can and do change, but you can just see how, just like every other Raptor, it's going to fit in the packaging with that harness on display. So very cool to see new figures getting planned already with the Amber collection. And I'm sure there's plenty of more surprises along the way. We've heard rumblings of a few things yet to come, so excited about that. But it looks like we at least have a couple more waves to expect from this line, and I'm hoping that it does really well so we can see kind of what Mattel has planned overall for the collection, because I think if you look at all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies, there's a lot of cool figures they could make. So looking forward to finding out more about that. But thanks again for joining me, and this is Tim with Collect Jurassic again, and I'll talk to you next time.